Hello there. So I thought one thing that might be interesting to start to do is to give you some full reviews on my channel of things that I'm getting a lot of use out of. As a project planner, I think we get a lot more use out of things than a lot of people do. And I don't know about you, but I tend to just do like mini reviews when I'm done with something and throw it away. So I thought it might be nice to have some more like full reviews on some products that I've really been using. And the first thing that I want to start with is the Maybelline Baby Skin. And I know like this is not new and everyone's done it to death. But there are still a lot of mixed reviews out there on it. So I am here without makeup. I apologize for my little bit shabby appearance here. I'm going to get ready soon. And I want to let me grab my camera here. I want to show you the texture of my face. You see, I have a lot of pores going on. It's got some good texture here. So, I've mentioned before that I do have large pores. I do have oily skin. So pore erasers are something that on a daily basis, I don't feel like I care enough to use a primer or a pore filler, but it is something that appeals to me. The idea appeals to me. So, if you haven't seen it before, the Baby Skin is just a very clear gel formula. It's a silicone formula too. And so the way I use it is that's probably too much. I just put another squirt on my finger. I put it on my fingers, kind of spread it around there, and I press it into my pores rather than like wiping it on. So I try to get some pressing. I do a little bit of swiping. Obviously, I don't know if you can not do that. And I use it in the areas where I have pores, so I'm not going like the whole way around my face. But I do have lots of pores everywhere. Okay, let me grab the camera one more time. I apologize for not having more sophisticated equipment. But you can see already, it's a much smoother surface that we're working with than when I first showed you, right? And then once you put your foundation over it, obviously it would cover up a little bit more of that. Most of the negative reviews I've seen, to me, it feels like, or it seems like they're not using it the right way. So number one, this is not a primer to make your makeup last longer. It doesn't claim to be. It is a pore filler. That's it. So if you're looking for something to make your makeup last, this is not going to do it. Don't expect it to do it. And another thing, a lot of people mention that they get a lot of pilling with it. And if I start to rub on it a little bit, it might start to come up. No, I'm not getting any right now. The thing that you have to keep in mind is that, anytime you're putting layers of things on your face that are liquid or gels or creams, that you want to give them a second or two to dry before you go ahead and put your next layer on. So, moisturizer, let it dry. Primer, let it dry. Foundation, let it dry. Or else you're just going to be rubbing things around. And I think that's probably why a lot of people are getting the pilling problem, because I've never had problems with that if I give it a second or two before I put my foundation over it. One alternative to this that is also drugstore, very low end, very cheap, is the Monistat anti-chafing gel. Now that you get a much bigger tube, and I apologize, I don't have any with me right now. I used to use it a lot. The anti-chafing gel is a much bigger bottle. Unfortunately, it gives you the amount that's in there in weight, whereas this gives it to you in volume, so I can't compare directly how much more you get in the Monistat than this. but it is similar. They both have the same main ingredient, the silicone. But I will say that this does not pill if you let it sit. The monostat will pill quite a bit for a while after you let it set. Other than that, I do notice some people say it's similar to the Benefit Professional. I think it does give a similar payoff, but obviously this is a lot cheaper. This is clear, whereas that has a tint to it. Not an obvious tint, but a little bit of one. Do I think it's worth it? Yes, I do. I think if you're looking for something to fill in your pores that won't necessarily make your makeup last any longer, I think you should give this a try. If you want a regular primer, or if you want something that's going to prolong your makeup wear, don't use this. I haven't noticed any problem. A lot of people said they had problems with it on oily skin. I haven't noticed any problems with my oily skin, especially around my forehead. I haven't noticed that it, breaks up or looks bad or anything. But you might want to watch out if you have excessively oily skin, because there are a lot of negative reviews for that reason. And it may just be that they were expecting this to keep their makeup from breaking up and it didn't. I can't see into the minds of reviewers, but yeah, I think this is a great product. I've been using it almost exclusively for about a month now, and I think it was a pretty good investment. I would consider repurchasing it when I get to the end, but I've got a lot of primers to go through, pore filling or not, so it'll probably be a while before I do. But thank you for watching, and have a great day. I'll see you again soon. Bye.